I'm on the stream now.
No worries. Just put up the
What
looks
have I
like
forgotten?
Dado actually got still his order, so that's all right. I was going to put up the what's it? The time, not the timings, the
Oh,
splits or something, or
he might have just. I don't know how he got back there. It's
yeah,
strange.
maybe because he was off throttle and going slow.
Yeah.
So that worked out all right. All right, so welcome to everyone watching to the ANZCRL Combined Racing League's final session of the Le Mans 24 Hours. In the commentary today, we've got Cosmic Robbie joining me, Woody Lizard, which should be a very excitable final session.
G'day. Thanks for having me, Woody.
No dramas, but we've got the start of the race about to start, and we've got Unscrewed Squid taking the number 6 Toyota Gazoo Racing off at the green lights in the LMP1. With Dark Racing 40 has to stay on the grid for an extra 45 seconds for the time compression based on the previous sessions. Then Saturday 15 is stationary for 55 seconds. And then Freight Trainer will be 1 minute 15 at standing. And then Night Pegasus will be 2 minutes 20 before he can start. In the GTE class, we've got Speed Racer in the Corvette. He gets to go at the green light, so he'll go straight up through the middle or to the right. And then we got Cosmic's teammate Dado Racer. He has to sit there for 9 seconds before he starts his race. And then Highlander is 1 minute 4. And Colonel Lloyd's 1 minute 15 seconds. And Lockie's 1 minute 17. And then Gear is 1 minute 51. So we're about to start. And the battle is on. And the chase is on for Dark Racing in the number 80 Audi. You just saw there Speed Racer taking off, and Dado should be the next one to go. He's taking the classic Ford out there on the chase now to Speed Racer. So Squid Mate had a very trouble-free third session, and the races go. So Squid will be definitely just keeping it as concentrated as he's going for this last hour as much as he can without mistakes. And he's the hare to chase after him, or the fox, Dark Racing. So he'll be 45 seconds behind Squid. And after the second session, we saw how fast Dark Racing was able to catch up to Shads. He caught up fairly quickly within the first few laps, but there's a lot more gap this time for Darky. So the settings for this final session is actually 1 PM in game time, and it'll run through ×2 time progression, so that'll finish it at 3 PM, and that was our actual start time back in session 1. Almost 24 hours ago. And most of these guys, there's actually 3 drivers in this event who's done the whole 6 hours to seat time, and that'll be Freight Trainer in the number 1 Porsche LMP1 car, and Speed Racer, who we saw in the yellow Corvette, who's got the lead of the GT race. And the other person is Colonel Lloyd in the 37 HR team, Aston Martin. And there he is there, speak of the devil. And he's got his yellow lights on again. And how did you find the final session that you did this morning, Cosmic?
It was better than the second session, that was for sure. Went by a lot quicker.
Yeah, and having the dry track again.
Was dry, a lot more grip. It was good. Yeah, I had a couple unfortunate incidents. I got caught up getting lapped by the LMP1, which cost me about 5 seconds, and then I had my engine repaired when it shouldn't have, which cost me another 10 seconds. So it put me back in further back than I would have liked, but can't complain. It was a good session. We made up time. We're up about the same pace and speed, so, you know,
Yeah, and
it's going well. Leave it up to Dado.
yeah, hopefully Dado can find that little bit of pace and maybe even benefit from any mistakes that Speed might run into in this 1 hour session. It's still a fair way to go. And you could be lifting
Absolutely.
the trophy at the end of this session, come 3:30 our time, just before 3:30.
So there we go. It's Darky lapping Dado now. Of course, in the LMP1 class. It's difficult to try and get lapped by them. You have to really pick your line early and just hope they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think the main thing is to, as most of us GTE guys have been doing, we let out our intentions known and we just stick to our line and let the LMP1 cars make their decision on what the other side of the track that they're going to overtake. But basically the LMP1 cars up to this start of this session have done 86 laps, and everyone's on the same lap in the LMP1 class, and in the GTE class they've completed 75 laps, so 11 laps down off the LMP1 cars at this stage, and everyone in the GTE class are on the same lap as well. So
That's a particularly tricky spot to get lapped by them.
Yeah, definitely. You got Dado now. He's got clear track in front of him, I believe, now to unscrew.
And it looks like
Squid.
Darky's actually already made up a bit of ground on Squid. He's made up a couple of seconds already.
Yeah, he has. He's definitely made some time up. Pretty much 6 or 7 seconds.
Not that much. That's good. Good to see.
Yeah.
So the fight will be on.
Yeah,
The
they're
fight
definitely.
will be on. For the
Fight's
LMP1.
on, and unscrewed Squid teammate Shads is aiming for the Triple Crown for ANZCRL Combined Racing League. If he takes out this, so that means he's won the Bathurst 1000 and the Indy 500 and the Le Mans 24 Hours. So he's already won the Bathurst 1000 and won the Indy 500 earlier this year. And this is the race that eludes him at the moment. He'll be the first driver of our group.
Teammate here.
Yeah, Lockie 55s. He's going to hopefully have a better session than what he did in session 2 in the wet. He come undone. He actually had a little run-in with Wade, Gear 3 Gaming's teammate, and that sort of upset him and put him on the back burner then, and he just didn't quite recover from it.
I had a front row seat to that incident.
Yeah, I believe he did. Yeah, but
It was. I'm glad I managed to stay out of it. Sato's caught up to our speed racer.
yeah. So the LMP cars will find themselves all sorting themselves out. We'll have Night Pegasus have to obviously go through the whole GT field. He's already picked out Gear 3 Gaming, so but I think Gear 3 Gaming. Oh no,
It looks like Gear
Gaming
3's
started
already
before him.
had a hit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him.
He's already hit a Bollard or Bollard probably.
Yeah, it's the guys. It's hard when they sit on the grid for so long. As most people would be aware, if they play the game, if you stand still, the tyre pressures actually start to increase because the heat from the brakes and everything like that have already been preheated before the start of the race goes into the tyres, which obviously then increases the pressure. So I found in my session, I don't know if you found the same thing, Cosmic, not that you wouldn't have noticed because you actually started only 6 seconds off the leader.
I did notice it in the first session though.
Yeah, okay, yeah, my tyres instead of being
I did notice it.
around the 1.8 that I like to run, just under 1.8 actually, around the 1.7.
Mine actually got up towards I think 2 in the
wow.
when they started the first session. I was sitting there for a while. They got real hot.
Yeah, well, I found mine were about 1.92 bar. I think they were when I got to when I took off. So that obviously affects your grip levels in your tyres, and your tyres are actually still cold as well. So maybe caught it out gear, unfortunately. And here's Highlander trying to make up some ground on Cosmic. I mean, on Dado, sorry.
I'm here with you.
You are, yeah. I had the wrong graph up actually. I was reading the session from last time. So the taking the number 6 to 7 for Ganassi Racing. He's got a bit of a chase. So he's got Flair's come up now, 43 seconds behind Dado's. So he made a little bit of time on Dado already.
Who's doing the best laps? Speed's only doing a 4-minute lap. Dado's only... I'm surprised with those lap times. I thought they would have been quicker by now.
Yeah, it might take a little while just for him to stabilise, but we'll get off that screen if we can, because actually on the stream we don't actually see... we don't see through like you do on the director's suit.
Yep.
So that's all good. We might just have a look to see how Sato's running at the moment. He had a bit of we just got Freight. I just noted, yeah, we had Freight a minute ago.
Freight passing.
Probably speed race.
Freight passing speed.
Yeah. So that means the LMP's now 1, 2, 3, 4 in the set at the moment, live gap.
I think we'll give the GTEs a bit of a breather for a minute.
Yeah,
not too long, because I'm sure Night Pegasus is going to come up soon.
Yeah, well, maybe we can have a look at Night Pegasus actually, because he'll be going through there on P1s, and that might show a bit of action. So he's only about 6 seconds behind. 6 seconds behind he reaches Lockie in the 91 Porsche.
We'll have a look on board. How about that?
Yeah, we'll get the speedo up and just see what sort of what he's doing with his throttle and what sort of speed he's getting. He's just finding grips with these cars at the moment. He's had the session.
He's done well for a first
morning.
attempt.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
Yeah, he did not too bad.
These are not easy.
He was unfortunately got disconnected with only about 2 minutes to go. The session this morning, the 2-hour session, but he was basically, when he got disconnected, he was around about 12 minutes off the leader. So the time compression, based on the 12 minutes, gave him a difference of 2 minutes 20 stationary time on the grid, which has kept him on the lead lap. So you might try and hope to try and limit the laps down he's going to fall in this race. And his teammates just saying in the live chat there's going to be a miracle, the number 5 for first. Miracle drive coming up. So you never know. You never know. Stranger things have happened in motorsport. And he's coming up to Lloydie.
Oh, sorry. I was just having a look. It looks like Dado's actually caught up quite a bit. Or is it just the timing screen tricking me again?
No, it looks pretty good. It's he started 9 seconds, so he's just keeping that gap stable. He's doing a good job. And we're lucky that you brought the attention that our live timings were a little bit out between the sessions, that I got the calculations wrong. So originally I gave Cosmic and Dado a bit of a heart attack, thinking that they had to start roughly 50 seconds behind, but not to be. It was 9 seconds behind, so we got all that sorted for the guys, and there's Lloydie just letting Pegasus through. Lloydie's one of the guys that are actually doing the full 6 hours of 4 sessions in the Le Mans 24-hour race. He'll feel it tonight. He'll feel a little bit doughy, I'd say. He'll be mentally drained. A lot of concentration when you sim race, I find. You don't get the feel of the car. You really, it's more sight, aren't you? You're really sighting the car, losing traction, aren't you, Cosmic, more than anything?
Yep. It's very taxing on your head.
Yeah.
After 2 hours of it, yes, you got to really be careful. Make sure mistakes don't start to creep in.
Yeah.
And you really focus on your apexes and braking points, because you miss one of them and that's your day over.
Yeah, I seem to break it down in 30-minute sessions basically. Personally, I try and just concentrate on getting through those, especially the 2-hour sessions anyway. They're my little zones, and then when the new 30 minutes come up, it gets me to reconcentrate again. He's just caught up, not a bad time to catch up to Highlander. He can just run with him and get the boosts going and pass him through here up to the Dunlop chicane. We might just have a quick look at Sato. He's actually picked up a bit of time on Darky, I think. Well, they're 10 seconds behind before. No, he's just lost out a little bit. The difference was 10 seconds. So Darky's...
But Darky is slowly creeping up. Not much, but a second here or there. Every time we look back, he seems to be a little bit closer.
Yeah, he's basically pulled the gap 10 seconds to Squid from the starting. So he's actually bringing Sato with him. And Sato would like to be able to get visuals on Darky, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
These cars are super crazy through these Porsche curves. And
I haven't actually driven an LMP1 around Le Mans yet.
Oh, it's one thing you need to do.
Wheel on the grass there.
Something you might have to look at next year when we run the event. They're definitely a lot of fun. And as Emu has published here, we've got lights on Sato's car. He didn't have lights during the night, and he's got them on during the day. So as long as he doesn't find the wall, I'm sure he'll be a happy man. His car was very second-hand at the end of session 2 last night. Lloydie's already copped a little penalty. Might be about a second or so, depending what he's done. Could be costly. These guys don't really, in the previous sessions with the time compression system that we run, you can sort of get away having a little bit of penalties here or there, but this final session, the end results are live. There's no compression done. So it can really change their positions of where they finish. I don't want to run too many penalties. So we've got Night Pegasus just got to clear Dado and Speed Racer, and then he's going to be in the queue of the LMP1s. He's still got a little bit of gap, a little bit of time to chase down Dado. He basically started, I think it was about 2 minutes 10 behind Dado, so he's done pretty well in the initial stages, Night Pegasus. Have to say.
Yeah. Got to say, Sato with the fastest lap on the track at the moment, 19.6, almost a second quicker than Squid, and almost 2 seconds quicker than Darky.
Yeah, he's one of our hot lappers in our group. That's for sure. He always seems to come away with the fastest lap in all our races, but he needs to capitalise on that and actually keep that lap after lap as well. As we've seen some mistakes creep into his racing, he's just got to get that out of his racecraft, and he would be one of those top drivers. I'm sure Shads is willing his teammate Squid take victory. We've got about 43 minutes remaining, and he's got a gap of 34 seconds on Dark Racing in the number 8 Audi Sport Team Jose.
But it looks like he's actually lost a fair bit on this lap. We'll see what his lap time is. Yeah, he's 4 seconds slower that lap, for whatever reason.
Yeah, he might be just, he'll be managing also fuel burn. You never know. Everyone has their own little strategies. 22
litres on Darky's car and 39 on Squid's, but that Audi is diesel, I believe.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good on the fuel. They don't read too much into that. And there's Darky just passing.
Darky at a 19.4 now.
Yeah, he's burning the track up at the moment, Darky. He mentioned in the pre-race before he started that he's definitely going to go hard the whole race. That's his plan. He's got no other plan than pedal to the metal.
It's not a bad plan. Not when you're that far back. He needs to do it just to make the time up.
Yeah, and he he wants to pop the balloons of that option of, as I said, Chaz getting that triple crown.
Now, Dado can see speed racing it because he's getting closer. Only about 3 seconds now. Can't see him on the straight yet.
Yeah, I think that those timings are wrong. They've been playing up on us actually, buddy. I think you look at the
Have they?
have a look at the little splits that are up above in the centre screen. That's probably more live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, so he's just holding it steady, but we've got Night Pegasus in the LMP1 just to pass Dado. Should be very shortly. You can just see Dado in the distance.
It actually looks like Highlander's making up time on both speed and Dado.
Yeah, Highlander was super fast, as we know in the what session did he do? I think it was one of the first session one. I'll just pull all of them up. Session one. He actually
He struggled in session 2.
Finished the race actually a lap in front of everyone. You were able to stay on the lead on the lap in front of the GTE. I mean the LMP1 car. Compared to all of us guys, I think we were 2 laps down from the LMP1 cars, and he was only 1 lap down.
Dado!
Oh no, Dado! He's just found the wall. I was actually looking at the telemetry, but I didn't see that. That's unfortunate for Dado.
That'll be a decent amount of damage there too, but it doesn't look that bad actually.
Yeah, he'd probably find there's probably
looks like he went in the wall.
He might as well go for the pits and get that little splash.
He's going slow.
Repairs. Yeah,
that's hurt him bad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, Cosmic. You've had a great drive so far up to this point in the number 9 Classic Ford racing. That's given Speed a little bit of breathing space now. I'm sure that he was probably looking at his live gap from the distance behind and seeing that Dado wasn't actually losing much time. He was holding that 9-10 seconds. And now we'll have a big gap there. Now what's it got there to Highlander? It'll be a fair
yeah, it'll be a big
now.
whack of time. Almost a minute 40 seconds, sorry.
40 odd seconds, yeah. We'll know once the Night Pegasus is coming up on him really quickly. We might as well stay here and watch Pegasus pass him. See if he gets him before this first chicane. He'll probably just hold position, Pegasus. And
Lloyd is past Highlander, actually.
Oh, Highlander's in.
Pitted. That's why.
He's got some damage, it looks like, as well. So Highlander just pushing. He's, as I said, they get the lure out there and they see that they slowly catch him, the guys in front.
It's not actually too bad of a lose for Dado there, so as long as he can keep it clean for the rest of the race, he'll still be in a good position for a podium.
Definitely run to the flag now for Dado. And we've just got the Porsche, the 91 Porsche, just taking Dado for place. So he's dropped to 4th now. And Lockie's picked up 3rd. We believe the Porsches can run the full session without pitting, so this is going to be a live battle right as we speak. Lockie taking up the final podium spot for the GTE class. Yeah, definitely.
With the amount that I should have put enough fuel on to go hard for the rest of the race now. So he should just be able to let it eat.
And
see what it can do. And
as we keep seeing here, we've just keep seeing the times tumble up the front, so we'll have a battle up front, I think, before the checkered flag.
Yeah, it looks like it. He's gained almost 20 seconds now. 20 seconds exactly, almost.
He's started 45 seconds off, so yeah, he's doing really well. 20 seconds.
And Sato is only 17 seconds behind him, 16 seconds behind him now.
Yeah, well, Sato made a...
So that might even
really,
have...
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say in that 3rd session, which we couldn't get anyone to get any coverage for that, but Sato did a brilliant drive in that session to really close the gap. gap up. He just made a little mistake near the end. He was heading hit the wall, which cost him a lot of time, which probably would have had him up a lot quicker, a lot closer. He could have been starting alongside Darky.
As he runs a bit wide there.
And this track's, I guess everyone's having a lot more enjoyable. Ooh, he's just running, not too wide, but looked like he was just off the line a little bit through that part of the Porsche curve. But most guys will be enjoying this dry weather after really testing first 2 sessions, the afternoon and night session last night with the rain. And the night session seemed to be really bad because the rain hung around for a while and the track stayed damp pretty much the whole race. The last 30 minutes when the guys started jumping on the slicks and get offline, it was still wet, so it was very testing for most of the drivers.
It definitely was. It was, yeah, it definitely separated the wet specialists, I think.
Well, you're one of them for sure.
Yeah,
because you made 4 spots up in that session. You started in 6th and then it finished in 2nd, so that was a tremendous drive in that session by yourself.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one, but didn't quite have enough time in the wet to catch speed though.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But in the GT class, it's probably one of the drives of the event so far. That one, and also Speed Racer in that 2nd session as well. He started in 3rd. Highlander made a bit of a mistake in that session. Don't forget that he started that session with a gap of 56 seconds in front of our car, the Porsche car, and he was actually on to you. Just having a look, what?
A minute 24.
A minute 24. So that was amazing. It was a great drive. Very entertaining to watch. They were putting a lot of comments on Lloydie with his. If people have seen the stream, they would have probably seen that both me and Unscrewed Squid decided to just say Lloydie's a bit of a ladies' man, and yeah. But we're not to judge if he gets all the ladies. He's Lockie now in 3rd position, exactly what we wanted to see, and only 21 seconds actually off Lloyd. We know Lloyd's going to have to do a splash and dash, and this Porsche will not have to pit in this session. As long as he doesn't get any damage, Lockie could see this is his run to the checkered flag, as is Dado behind him.
How much fuel does Lockie have left? 57 litres. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's plenty to get him through. Oh, not plenty. He'll probably finish with not much fuel left, but it's going to be very dicey if they're going to have to do an extra lap, which I was assuming that they will.
We should be good on fuel now, so with that.
Yeah, definitely. Dado can really go hard.
Litres.
And his tyres
should be trying to burn every last.
He's actually not in a bad position, to tell you the truth. Only 7 seconds behind Lockie, and he's got fresh tyres. I don't know if they changed tyres in that pit stop, but
I'm not sure. It was about a 52-second pit stop, lost, I think.
Yeah,
that session,
maybe.
He was,
maybe he didn't actually get
it would have been more
tyres.
than that too, actually.
If he got tyres, that would have actually put him in, because the soft tyres don't quite last the distance. Or they do last, but they start getting real mushy. I find their left rear really cops a punishment around this track.
Me and Speed both swapped tyres at the pit stop in that 2 hours in session 3, and yeah, we were both very glad that we did, because it was I especially noticed it right towards the end of that race, that last 3 laps. It was pretty bad, and he was starting to get as Night Pegasus pits for fuel, or.
It looked like a bit of damage there at the front light. It's all cracked up. It's a little bit
yes, it is.
there on the left side, left front. But I don't think that would have been enough damage to put him to pit. He's probably just finding that have his full fuel up. They only have to pit once the LMP1, so this will be his run to the flag.
Must be having damage too, I think.
Yeah, he's obviously had
The
some
speed
damage.
racer comes by.
Yeah, there's no mistaking the sound of that Corvette.
No, it's definitely loud. Give a shout out to that Aston too. Makes a great noise.
Yeah, I think the Aston, if we go to the Aston, you'll find I think it sounds a lot better.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty good.
Yeah, the HR team, Aston Martin of Lloydie. Definitely looks good on the track there at night with those that center lights that really made some good viewing. It looks like he's not fighting the car, which is a good sign.
He should be able to make up for the lane or two. He did good in the first session, but he had that spin in the second session. I'm not actually sure how he went in the third session. I wasn't really.
Yeah,
I was preoccupied.
He had a really good session. He was basically, me and him were lapping. He was lapping a little bit faster each lap. He ended up managing to get a gap of over minute 20, and he had to pit one extra time before I only had to pit once in the race in that 2-hour session. And most of the other all the other GTs had to pit twice for fuel, and that brought me back close to him. And then he unfortunately got disconnected on the last lap. So, and he was basically, I think it was 12 seconds behind me at the time. So we just kept it at roughly 12 seconds difference.
I'm really surprised what the times are like at the moment in this session. I would have thought that would have been a lot quicker.
Yeah, maybe maybe not setting up things because the track grip's probably not there. It'll probably come to them as it goes on. Get faster as the session goes on.
We were expecting I was expecting really quick lap times in this session. Lloyd's the fastest GTE on the track at the moment, doing a 57.4.
Yeah. Last session we were doing 55. I was only doing 57s, but you guys up front were doing 55s. Very fast pace.
Yeah, it must just be the because it's medium cloud, isn't it, to light cloud? So the light cloud will come along soon, and then I think it'll start as the track heats up.
The heavy cloud it started off with, and then the light cloud.
Oh, heavy cloud, sorry.
Light cloud will come in probably with 10 minutes to go because it's set to real time, so the progression will be starting pretty soon. But yeah, the light cloud should come in right near the end. And it takes an hour for each progression, each slot to come in fully.
He's not really gaining on Lockie, and not really losing on Highlander. He's just sitting in the middle at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign. There's still 28 minutes remaining of this race, so they just get in that groove and stay in it. Myself and Dado always talk about that. It's what we enjoy. You just find yourself, you get in that groove, and it's all very good then. Car behaves itself.
As we're speaking about grooves, I think Darky's been in a groove because he's only 20 seconds away from Squid now.
Yeah, well, he's definitely on a charge, and he's sort of left Sato a little bit behind him.
But he's going to have to stop this lap. Will he make it at this lap? That seems like they burn a lap.
I think he gets another lap.
He must be able to.
But I think he'll actually might pit. He might have burned a little bit more.
He'll have.
I think he's actually started with less fuel than what all the other guys, and he's gonna
put in.
Maybe not started on full tanks. Yeah, at the start. He can do the chase. That's how he got the lead actually in the race in the second section, was by doing the undercut.
Squid's got 18 litres left. But burning probably a lot more than Darky.
Yeah, he's just coming up to one of the four Ganassis, maybe Highlander.
Just passing Highlander. Yep. Just nicks the grass there. Kicks up a bit of dirt. Other than that, pretty easy.
It definitely gets you going when you see one of these cars pass you in the GTEs. There's some serious power.
Yeah, it makes you feel slow.
That's
right pinned in 6th gear. That looks fun.
Yeah, that's what I've found.
Not even thinking of lifting.
Hardest thing that I've found adapting to the GTEs, because the previous 2 events that we've run here for the Le Mans 24 Hours, I've always been in the LMP1 car, so I've had to slow myself down quite a lot without that added grip and power.
Now is Darky going to pit?
Yeah, he's in.
Darky's
1.1 litres, yeah, he's had nothing left.
And he's made a mess of the chicane there.
Yeah, for the next car to pick up the sand, so he might be a little ploy, thinking Shads will be the next man in. Get him to spin on it.
Saturday, you mean?
Oh, I'm just saying the Saturday won't be pitting. I'm just saying he might be hoping the next person in will be who he's chasing down.
Oh.
Leaving a bit of sand on the track.
You said Shads.
Oh, I did say Shad, sorry. Unscrewed squid, sorry.
Yeah. Fill back up. I'm guessing that should be enough to get him to the end of the race now.
Yeah, definitely. He's got
43, yeah.
43.
Yep.
So there's no errors in that pit stop, so Darky will be happy with that. He can now get back into racing and chase down.
He can carry on.
So what was the difference? Do we know? It was around 20 seconds, wasn't it, when he went and pitted?
Yep, it was 20 seconds when he came into the pits.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. Once Squid pits and comes out, we'll see if he's made some time.
How long do you think till Squid pits now? Because he's got about 15 litres left now.
Yeah, I think he should run
another...
another...
I couldn't have picked that any better.
Yeah, probably run another 3 laps, probably.
And he's got to get round Lockie.
Maybe only 2 laps.
He's also puddling along nicely.
Lockie's doing a tremendous job. Just doing it to plan. We had a good little chat before this race. As I said, Lockie's my teammate. He didn't have a really good showing in the session 2 with the wet. As I said earlier, he's made a few mistakes. So he's making sure he was annoyed with himself, so he's really looking forward to this final session. He knew had pace to burn in the dry, and he couldn't wait to
well, he's one of the
quicker
GTEs on the track at the moment too, sorry. Cut you off there.
No, that's
but
fine.
He's quick, he's moving along. He's even quicker than Speed Racer, whose pace has been not as quick as I thought it'd be. But as he gets lapped, or is about to get lapped by Night Pegasus again.
Yeah, it does slow you down a little bit, because you do sometimes lift off the throttle here or there just to give some room for the for the LMP1 cars.
Although he's going to get him in a nice spot, I think. So he'll get lucky with this. He did seem to get lucky a lot when I was following him. It seemed that they all caught me before the corners, and then they'd catch him on the next straight.
Yeah.
It always seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It seems like you're getting the raw end of the deal, but that's endurance racing, and I think we've had a mixture of everything in this event so far.
It's been chaos for a lot of it.
Yeah. I think when we find the coverage, it wasn't we didn't have any coverage for session 3, but I think everyone had pretty clean races this morning and really set up the cars for this final session. You can see Saturday's had to back down right down then. He caught Highlander in the Porsche curves. Nothing he could do.
Yeah, Sato is in.
Sato's in.
Must be taking the opportunity now to stop. Now we'll see if Darky's actually made up any time on him, because he was about 19 seconds behind Darky,
okay.
I think.
Yeah, something like that. So I think Sato wanted to make sure that he didn't stay out too long after seeing Darky go in. It looks like he's just coming out now, Sato in the Porsche. He's done a good job in that.
Now. Is he going to come in this lap?
He's done a really good job in that.
Main rivals have pitted.
Sato.
41 litres. Should be plenty.
Yeah, we say that at this time, and then you find out just near the end there, they start running very low, so...
I think Sato's actually gained a bit of time up on Darky there.
Yeah,
he's gained, I think he might have gained about 5 seconds.
I think you could be right there.
Maybe the undercut hasn't worked for Darky this time.
Yeah, it just depends if Darky got into some traffic as well on his out lap. We won't know that.
Well, I think his main concern at the moment is Squid.
Yeah, that's all he's looking for. He's not worried about Sato behind him. Wise behind him. He's not worrying Darky. And Freight Trainer's in the pit as well. He's taken the opportunity to pit. The number 1 Porsche. These Freight Trainers, another one of the drivers that have done the full 4 sessions. They all deserve a beer after this, that's for sure.
Definitely.
I think also we've count ourselves lucky in the GTE class because as much as Speed Racer has dominated so far with his pace, his actual teammate was one of the fastest guys on ANZCRL Combined Racing League in Chuck Racing over in New Zealand. But unfortunately he hasn't been able to make any of the racing due to Freight Trainer family members being sick. So
I just missed that.
Yeah,
clicked off it at the wrong time.
Yeah, we did see it though. We saw it on the coverage, so Freight Trainers won't be happy
He's
about
probably
that.
buggered that car right after it came out of the pits, and Squid's in, more concerningly.
Yeah,
move on
we'll
quickly.
Just stay with this and just see how when he comes out and what the distance is going to be behind Darky. So yeah, if Chuck Racing is watching this at all, hopefully the family's well, and keep cheering on your man, Speed Racer.
Nice big burnout to leave the pits.
Yeah, he likes doing that. So the times won't settle down until after he gets out for it and gets going a little bit normally. And we'll sort of see.
Oh, is that, you can see him in the background, I think.
No, I think that might be one of the GTEs. There he is now.
But he has made time up, only 12 seconds away. 10 seconds away now. He's made 10 seconds up in that stop.
Well, hold on,
as
everyone.
He passes Dado.
Don't go anywhere. We're definitely going to have a race on here. Oh, just talking about that. I think he's lagged. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem with Darky. He has been known to have problems with his internet while he's racing. The kids get on and don't do what Dad's told them to do. So hopefully that's not happening. Definitely was a big lag.
That's not a good spot to run wide there. Because Darky just dropped a wheel off in the dirt.
Yeah, fingers crossed he stays. There's no problems because we are actually here for a good fight. It's going to be really good with the last 5 minutes or so of this race. There we go. It's just on 17, just over 17 and a half minutes remaining. And,
now we're coming to the point in the race where some of these GTE cars are going to have to stop. Because I think they'll all be running low. 27 litres left. He's actually done pretty well on fuel. I'm not sure quite how much he's burning, but
yeah,
he looks like he's in a good spot.
And Lloydie's done really well. Been only 40 seconds behind. He started a minute 14 behind Speed Racer in this session.
He's done.
And we do know that, that Aston Martin has got speed.
if nothing else. It's definitely got speed.
And Darky's teammates just saying that lag little spike that we saw of Darky, that's a dark effect. So it's just to put off all the other drivers, which it can do. I do find if you do follow a car that's sideways into barriers and then next thing you know he's on top of you, can barely put you off. So it's definitely the dark effect, exactly.
Yeah, speed this session, he hasn't been particularly hot on the pace. I haven't really seen him drop into the 58s. I'm sure he has, but I haven't really seen him drop into the 58s and 57s. But he's just driven consistent and he's really just kept the gap. He hasn't had to do much else.
Yeah, he's doing, as I said, this is his fourth session, as is Lloydie. So the two guys that have done the full race on their own are 1-2 in the GTE class. If it was me, I'd be feeling very doughy at this stage, and these 15 minutes couldn't come quick enough.
Absolutely.
Whereas Dado, he probably wishes there another hour to go because he could definitely make up a lot of time, distance in that time.
Yep.
It looks like he's starting to get used to the car. He's doing some good times. 3:58 was his last lap, so he's 2 seconds faster than Lockie on the previous lap. He's sort of doing the times that Lloyd's are doing, so you wouldn't count Dado out if he didn't make that mistake early on, so that's been a shame for
he would have
the number 9 Classic Racing.
Certainly has.
Dado and Cosmic, so it's probably what keeps a lot of our members coming back year after year for this Le Mans 24-hour race. It's just to try and get that race that should have been the year before, so the interest is always high.
Lloyd in the 56s, the track's starting to pick up, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right there. You mentioned it earlier, Cosmic, with the light cloud starting to, like the heavy cloud starting to break up. A little bit more heat in the track.
Now, Darky's only 8 seconds off now. With 14 minutes to go, he's going to be right on the back of 5 minutes to go. It's going to be really interesting. And Sato's even only 17 seconds away.
Yeah, this has
and
been
lapping quick still too.
An unbelievable drive by Darky at the moment. Just fingers crossed he can keep it on the black stuff. Keep doing what he's doing. He's lapping. That last lap though, Squid, that wasn't his outlap, was it? That could 4 minutes.
No, I think it was. His outlap.
Would have been an outlap. Yeah,
Must
it was.
have been.
Yeah.
Time goes slowly here because of the long lap times.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a great track to race on. The long straights and everything like that give you time to just relax a little bit and then get your concentration going again for the corners.
You really get a nice big break at the start of a lap, and then it goes all hell breaks loose towards the end.
Yeah, that's right. But even
Very
coming
committing
through Indianapolis and everything, it's definitely in this part here of the track. It's very demanding.
Yeah, if you're not paying attention, Indianapolis will get you.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I've been caught out by it plenty of times in practice. It comes up quick.
Yeah, it does, and with the wet weather and everything like that as well that we had earlier, made it a little bit harder. We'll just have a look at what maybe next laps. What we might be able to do is go on board Squid, or bring up his speedo and just see what he's sort of doing down News Lane Straight.
We can.
Just sort of see what top speeds he's doing if we get the speedo up and compare that with what we see with Darky. So he's around about 312 before he breaks for the Porsche curves. But if we just stay on board and wait for
Well, he's lifting a little bit there. It's a really tight corner there, actually.
Yeah, if they didn't change the tyres too in the pit stop, you find the tyres are probably starting to wear a bit on that right-hand corner of that Porsche curve. Probably fighting the car just that little bit.
real close now.
Yeah, Darky's got a bit of traffic
Who's
to
that,
deal with. That'll be Sado.
Who's it?
I mean, that's not Sado, that'll be Night Pegasus in front of Darky.
Yes, that's me.
So we'll just stay on here and we'll just have a look at what top speed he's doing before he brakes for the first chicane of the New Lane Straight, and then we can probably quickly go back to Darky because he's behind him, and we'll see what sort of speed he's doing.
Well, we've only got 6 seconds to get back there now, so it's getting harder and harder to jump between the two.
Well, we'll make that opportunity now. So once he brakes, we'll go to Darky.
3:30,
So
yes.
about
That's
3:30. Yeah, so you could probably
Seems
go
like
to...
he's topped out there.
Yeah, go to Darky and see what he's sort of doing. That's 3. It all comes down to their curves as well, how much energy they've got stored.
I'll actually be curious to see where Squid is on the next straight too. Because if he depends where he deploys his boost.
Yeah, exactly. So you might struggle to get that 3:30
See,
again.
He's not getting that extra 30k an hour here.
So it's about 3:15.
Seriously, is Darky using his boost here now?
Yeah, so it looks like Darky's still climbing, so he's a lot faster down this section. He's probably about 8 kilometres faster, whereas it was around the other way. So they're about even.
I think it'll actually be on the way up to Indianapolis. I think that'll be where Darky might be deploying his boost. I'd be curious to see what that Audi actually tops out at. Now that I've seen the Toyota can hit 330. You can brake a lot later in these things there. That looks much nicer.
Oh, definitely. It generates a lot of energy too towards their curve system. Yeah, it's
looks
a
like he
magic
hasn't
ride.
really deployed his boost here either.
He probably doesn't have enough on board, mate. He might have depleted it all. So he's getting.
I think that's look properly quick there.
Yeah. So we've got also. He's just. I think that might be just a lag. That's just a lag. So we might just go off Darky at the moment, so we don't put any added pressure on, and we might just have a look at
the leader of the GT. He's doing slow lap time, that's for sure. He hasn't picked up the pace, and Lloyd's actually only 27 seconds away now. He's been lapping quick.
So Lockie and Lloyd have both got a little speed penalty. So if you want to just bring up the graphic so we can actually see what the penalties are for those two. Lloyd's got a 2 second, and Lloyd's got 2, and Lockie's got 1 second.
Yeah.
So won't really affect them unless Lockie can get right up on the back of Lloyd.
I think Lloyd will be kicking himself if this wasn't a 2-hour session.
Yeah, I think he still did really well in the previous session, the 2 hour. I think he'd be happy not to have another 2 hour after this morning's one, but that'll be very tough on the guys. A little bit manageable being able to do a 2 and then a 1 hour, or like we did yesterday afternoon when we started at 3 o'clock. We had a 1 hour session, and then the 2 hour session was for the night. He's been solid all race, Lloyd.
He had that one mistake in the second session, which has really cost him.
Yeah.
But he's second now, so he's really made that time back up. So
yeah, I think Speed Race is just doing just keeping it safe. I think he knows he doesn't have to push. He had that nice little gap after Dado made the mistake early in the race. I think it would have been a different story if we still had Dado. If he hadn't made that mistake, he would have been pushing Speed Racer right through the race, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure. Darky's he's slowed down on catching Squid at the moment. I think Squid's because I started to put the boot into it a little bit.
Yeah, Could be right. What have we
Now the
got
question
now?
is
Just under
your team
7
ain't going to
minutes.
make it on fuel.
Yeah, I've
That's
got all faith.
something I've been curious about.
I got all faith.
17 litres left with 6 minutes. Does that look about right?
Yeah, he should be right. It'll be close. I'm not going to give anything away.
I reckon
but,
Squid's going to have to pit. It'll be very close actually.
So Speed Race has to.
I don't know
pit,
how much that loses.
and Lloyd has to pit, don't they?
No,
So
he will have to.
They'll have to do a splash and
He'll
go
have to
dash.
put for one lap.
So how far was
Speed
Lockie
Racer.
actually behind Lloyd?
30 seconds.
32.
So Lockie
Wow.
might actually.
That's very close.
That could be interesting. That
second.
is. If Dado needs to pick the speed up and pass Lockie, I think, because
Yeah, podiums are there.
if
Lockie's still holding that third spot.
this is going to be really close here. Highlander's had a bit of a tough race. I don't think he was given a hard task, I think.
Yeah.
And he made that mistake early on, which is it cost him a fair bit of time. That.
Yeah, he had made a little mistake just after when Dado made a mistake too in this session actually, because we had Dado in the pits and then we were sort of surprised to see Highlander come in as well, so that took all chances away from the Highlander.
Battle of our teammates right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is for the minor positions at the moment, but we just got to keep an eye and see when Racer and Lloyd pit. If they do pit, they could be actually running on lean. Maybe that's what Speed is actually doing. Speed could have been running on lean because his car isn't singing like it normally does. That's for sure. Seems to be taking it very
But I
easy.
think that's going to be a hard task though. He's got 10 litres to do, I think, 3 laps, depending on where Squid and Darky
it'd only
finish.
be maximum 2 laps, I think. Will it?
Well,
4 minutes. Only 4.5 minutes remaining. One of our laps is just on 4 minutes, so.
Where is Squid? Yeah, it'd be 2 laps remaining. Yeah.
So I think they found out that the Porsche can run the whole 1 hour session without pitting, and these guys might have just backed off a little bit, fuel conserving. Because I believe they burn roughly just 6.5 litres a lap, roughly.
Sorry, I think there's going to be 2 laps after this one.
Yeah, that's going to be. He's not going to have enough fuel. If they're burning 6.5 litres, he's going to have to pit.
And Lloyd's going to have to pit this lap
Lloyd's
too.
in this lap.
He's definitely going to have to pit.
So
that's going to
keep our eyes on.
That's going to make it. He's going to
bring
be
Lockie
close to Lockie.
and Dado right in the mix of things here. Don't go anywhere, people. With only 3.5 minutes to go. Darky seems to have lost the speed that he had. He's just saying that though. He's just hovering around that 6 seconds. He's actually making a lot of time up on.
And Lloyd's in the pits, as we predicted.
It's fluctuating a little bit on the time, depending where they are on the track. I believe with Squid and
We'll
Darky.
go have a look. It's, about 7 seconds.
Yeah.
6 to 7 seconds, I'd say.
Darky's brought the fight to uncrewed Squid, but he's kept his cool, Squid, at the moment.
It looks like he's actually hit a bollard or something, Darky, too. His headlights out.
Oh, no.
Or one of it.
Okay. We might just have a look at Lloyd and see when he comes out, if we can. He's just coming out now. Still in second. You can just see Lockie coming now.
Oh.
And Dado. So when I keep saying where the bait gets dangled in front of the driver, it's in front of Lockie and Dado at the moment. And just see if they try and push that little bit extra and fall foul. So Lloyd's done only a little bit of fuel, enough to get him to the end. And I'm sure that the Aston Martin team would be excited that he's still come out holding second spot over the hard-charging Porsche racing team.
Nah, Speed's surely going to have to pit. this lap.
Yeah, I think he was trying to fuel save, but it's not going to pay off for him. He's definitely going to have to pit.
Yep. It's all right. He should still get the win by a margin at this point, right?
Yeah, he should be able to, as long as he has no, he's got his pit strategy set right and he's not going to be changing tyres or too much fuel.
No.
He's changed his settings from session 3, where he would have been filling up all the fuel.
Lockie, 8.9 litres left.
Yeah,
to do
he'll be
another
right.
lap. Yeah, he'll make it.
He'll make it.
I think Datto's got more than enough. Yeah, Datto's got an extra.
Actually, saying that, he might have
board.
to. Lockie might have to lift a little bit, so don't count Datto out for third. He's definitely in for a shot here, Datto.
It's always the thing about fuel saving. If you don't do enough early, you're really buggered.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I was saying to Lockie.
You got to think about it.
Said
well
to him
early.
that you got to base the race going to be about a 1 minute. I mean 1 minute, 1 hour 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, Gear 3's actually in the pits at the moment. He's had another accident by the look of it.
Yeah, just have a look where Squid is
That's a
at
bit
the
of a
moment,
shame.
and just see what we're going to be doing if we're going to be doing another lap.
Oh, I think
So
we
where's
will.
that?
We'll be doing one more lap. Oh, maybe not.
No, this is it. This will be the last lap, so everyone has to do, all these GTs will have to do another lap. This is the last lap. So Speed's definitely going to have to do a splash and dash, and it's questionable if Lockie can make this distance as well. He's going to need at least 5.8 litres of fuel to make a lap without lifting.
That's going to be real close.
Yeah, I think you're going to find that Datto's in for a good shot of third spot. I think Lockie's gone too hard.
He's started to lift already. I think he's now 2 seconds behind to Datto. Guess we're going to watch Speed go into the pits now and see if it goes onto him. Now Lloyd's been lapping a lot quicker than Speed has, so he might have actually made up even more time while Lloyd's been out here.
Yeah, that's why Lloyd's
And if he
been
puts a
actually,
little bit too much fuel on board, it's a little bit risky.
Yeah, and that's why I think that, as I was saying, I think Speed Racer was trying to fuel save to get to the end. It just wasn't enough. And that's why we've witnessed Lloyd lap faster and race and not at his
Lloyd on
normal
track?
pace.
He should get out with plenty to go though.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's not even on the start. He's about on the start straight now, Lloyd. Just coming past our commentary booth. And
Now Darky's within 4 seconds.
yeah, he's unbelievable here. This is the last lap for these guys. So just go on Squid, because Squid's going to take the checker right now. Congratulations to the winners of the Le Mans 24-hour race. Unscrewed Squid and Shads in the number 6 Gazoo, Toyota Gazoo Racing. Tremendous effort. And then in second was the number 8 Audi Sport Team Jace Racing with with Dark Racing 40 and Fish Racing 3 pairing up there. And a tremendous
If
third.
it's alright with you, I might go on board that GTE battle with Lockie and
definitely.
Datto.
And third spot was
Because
with
this is going to
Sato.
be...
Sato 15 took out third position in this number 2 Porsche Team Racing. He teamed up the racing with Taipan Samurai, so congratulations to those guys. And now we've just got the battle now for the GTEs.
I think Datto's made a
third
mistake
spot.
somewhere.
Yeah, I just can't see the fuel that he's got there because on my screen I've got the race complete
It's
sign up.
3.6, I can see it.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to sort of coast a little bit, but Datto's made a little mistake with a time penalty as well, which is going to hurt him because he actually would have had with Lockie had 1 second time penalty. Oh, so close for third spot. I think first spot is going to be going to Speed Racer and second to Lloydie in the Aston Martin.
It looks like that.
But this battle here for third spot in the GTEs, after 6 hours racing, who would have thought this comes down for the battle for third for the minors? Dado's giving it everything he's got.
Like he's lifting a lot, I think.
Yeah, he's going to
Look how long
struggle.
he's waiting to come on throttle.
He's
not even getting to full throttle.
No, he's really managing that fuel the best he can. He's going to make that Porsche one of the widest Porsches you've ever seen.
Oh, this will be tight. You never know, Highlander might get third now. The way this is shaping up.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I think Dado's a cool driver. He won't do a heroic. He'll try and make him. He'll definitely try a move, but he doesn't like being punted off, so he won't punt someone else off. Lockie's just got to keep a nice, steady race line. He's giving up the ghost. I think he's off the throttle. There's nothing Lockie can do.
This is not where you want to do it here.
Coming up into Indianapolis.
Yeah, he's staying to the inside. Now he's going to...
Oh, he's having a look inside. Dado's having a big move. He's got the line.
Just easy on the brakes. Lockie runs a bit wide. He's got him.
Yeah, he's got him because Lockie can't put the full throttle down. Oh, unfortunate for the 91 Porsche, but congratulations to the Classic Racing number 9 Ford racing team.
But is Lockie still going to have enough fuel to get home? 0.7.
Oh, yeah,
he's got a long way to go still, really.
He'll be coasting on the clutch, he should be. We might have gambled a little bit too hard with the fuel.
He should be home now, really.
He can really coast.
Yeah.
He's got no. He's just
should
got
be
to
off
be
throttle now. Yeah. Oh, he's out.
He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel.
Or is it still running? Not too sure if the car's still running. What a dramatic finish to the Le Mans 24 Hours for the battle for the GTE class.
Oh.
Sorry we didn't pick up the leaders coming through in the GTE class, which was Speed Racer, who'd done the whole session in the number 4 Corvette Racing, doing fine, burnouts. And Dado Racer came in third, but in second was Colonel Lloyd in the number 37 HR team. He'll be very happy with that after having a difficult night session in session 2. So congratulations to everyone. And look at that, the poor Porsche is left stranded on the edge of the apron there of the apex on the sand trap. With what's that?
Now Highlander, they're still racing.
He had about 250, 300 metres to go. Probably 300 metres left of racetrack. And we're going to find ourselves a DNF, or not a DNF, but probably behind Highlander. Oh. Gonna give him a push.
Nah, it's just he is.
Oh dear. There you go.
Oh, 15 seconds. Oh, they're not gonna get across the line.
Has Highlander already finished though?
No, he hasn't.
No, I think he would have finished. Because they're the leading cars, so they've already done their laps, so they're just trying to push. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But hope everyone enjoyed the final session of the Le Mans 24 Hours on ANZCRL Combined Racing League. If you want to have a look at this next year or see what we've got coming up, just go to our website at aus-nzcrl.weebly, which is weebly.com, and check us out. Or find us on Facebook, ANZCRL, and put a request to join the group and answer the 3 easy questions to say you're on Xbox, you want to play project cars, and you're from Australia or New Zealand. But thank you, Cosmic, for coming in and helping out with the camera work there for the final session and bringing it to the viewers. And
no worries.
Big congratulations to the number 6 Toyota Gazoo Racing, taking out the 2019 24-hour Le Mans race, and in the GTEs, the number 4, I believe it was, the Corvette Racing of Speed Racer 4247. Okay, until next time, have a good night, and go those mighty Blues tonight in State of Origin.